So red,
I don't know what I'm voting for.
for hate scheme
Do
to
we ever?
automatically succeed in relation to like listen, don't worry about it.
Mhm.
Red, what happened last time?
What happened last time was everyone dealing with a bit, well, mostly Johnny dealing with a bit, as he has to try to find a way to get his daughter's soul, as he's gotten the news that apparently that this entire time she was resting not in a peaceful place that he always envisioned or seemed to hope for, as he had been taking care of not just his daughter but his wife's graves, but found out that her soul was in the hands of a demon named Morlock. So decided to reach out to hopefully make plans to try to stop that or get her out of those clutches of a demon lord. As she first met up with someone named Nick Fury to Johnny's confusion, and Johnny then was sent over to deal with someone who knows Morlock better, as Nick Fury would tell her, and met up with Villarago, a man that Johnny has actually had a prior engagement partnership with. Regardless, Johnny talked with Villarago as they got some information about Marlock as a person, how to engage with this demon lord, how to properly ensure he doesn't get mowed over by negotiation, and what it would mean to try to entice her to give up his daughter's soul without too much fuss and too much price that he has to pay for it. And Villarago was pretty honest with them, telling him that be polite, be respectful. She has an old demon lord with a lot of power and a lot of agents. You cannot let her know how much the soul means to you, or she will apparently use it to get the most benefit for herself and not for you. And of course, he's willing to help out because someone else is paying for the tab. And the plan is, well, to ensure that we can try to get away, find an excuse to get a soul of his daughter's soul, was to talk to his wizard friend, see if they can find a way or some type of reason to get a particular soul like his daughter's. As Johnny thinks Villa went off to do with that. Went off to go talk to the only wizard he knows right now, which is Wanda. As Wanda, well, dealing with Victor in her home and everything else that's transpired, her daughter Cammy wished to go out, asking for her mother's permission to basically do some shopping without, her hovering over her. And Wanda, clenching her teeth a bit, but understanding that her daughter needs more independence, said yes, trying to be understanding as she watched her daughter go. But immediately after she left, went over to Victor to let him know. And Victor was also like, no, we gotta send something to go watch out, just to be safe, as he sent his own familiar to apparently keep an eye on Cammy. And Wanda did meet up with Johnny as well to talk about everything that she's been doing. For him, as she's been doing some research about what to do with his daughter's soul when he gets it, and apparently what happens to a soul when they die, as that's still up in the air. Even no one really knows exactly the end point for a soul, what it means for a soul to rest. As she explained this all to Johnny, as well as some possible avenues, and sad the news that she doesn't really know how you can get someone like Morlock, because the other demon lord's a little bit different. No way to know what you can ensure or guarantee. But when it comes to a ritual for what Johnny would want, she knows one that could be used as an excuse. And of course, Johnny realizing that he could tweak this, this reason for a young soul by making it more detailed, by saying, basically by process of elimination, make it so the only soul that Morlock could give him would be his daughter's soul. By just saying, my wizard friend needs all this. I don't really know why, just what I was asked to get, basically. And thank Wanda and made his way to go leave, as he said goodbye to him. Though, as he was making his way out, he had another visitor, a mysterious woman by the name of Helvia, coming to warn him, or to advise him to not go about his course of action, saying that if he goes about doing this engagement with Morlock, this could lead to disaster, doom for many innocent souls. And if he would be so kind as to find another solution, instead of, this whole ritual thing he has cooking up, why not instead give Morlock a book that seems to be in the hands of your wizard friend. Hand this to Morlock. Don't let them realize that you know its importance, and she will give up the soul without question. Johnny, of course, is suspicious, asking how this woman knows anything, why he should do anything she asks. She mostly just said that she's here for interested parties, and oracles can give off prophecies. So through that, they were able to find out how to get in contact with him to hopefully pass this message along, and hoping that he would do the right thing. As she took her leave, and Johnny turned back around to talk with Wanda again. As Wanda, heard him out, was also suspicious and very untrusting of this stranger, but didn't really see much of a reason that could make her say no. And seeing as Johnny, well, his daughter's soul was in danger or possibly so close at hand, talked to Victor, and we, well, still unsure what the hell's going on, but handed over the book to Victor to hopefully, not to Victor, sorry, to Johnny to hopefully save his daughter. As Johnny said, thank you. And what about to talking to Bill? So letting him know, like, hey, I have something that may be an interest of Morlock, and it's a book. Johnny, seeing the book and looking at it, figured that it could be like a way to mess with Abaddon, possibly a form of communication, as there's not much else, maybe just a way to talk or manipulate, who knows. Could be useful, but he doesn't really see the big deal necessarily, but if it works, you know? And of course, telling Johnny not to let him know the details of the ritual so he doesn't really get caught lying to Morlock, as she may be able to figure out that he is playing her. And as they agreed about what the plan is and what they need to do. Back at the other place, of course, Wanda was dealing with the tension between Victor as, well, there's a bit of silly arguments about how Wanda does her books, how this place is being handled. Victor's plain speech and Wanda's own emotions get in the way of that. Though there was a moment of panic, we'll say, as Victor's familiar came slithering back, a bit worse for wear, as they realized that maybe Cammy might be in trouble and decided to take a car and drive and figure out what the hell happened. As we came upon, it seems Cammy is talking with two people, an older man and a young man. Looks a bit familiar, one of them at the very least, and I think that's where we ended last.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I think it was Wanda and Victor that was like seeing these
Yeah,
two
we
talking
drove
to
off.
Cammy.
Mhm. I assume we are either right there or we can get out the car so it doesn't look we're about to run someone over, right?
No, you're already there. Like you're seeing them. Like you.
Okay, yeah. So she would get out the car, probably rush over a bit, calling out Cammy's name once or twice.
Just gonna turn around, smile and wave.
Oh, oh, thank goodness. Uh, okay, feel a bit silly now. Are you okay? Are you all right?
Uh, yeah. She looks back at the other two. I told you they would be freaking out. Okay. Calm down. Nothing bad happened. Take a deep breath. Why did you send snakes after me?
Snakes? Uh, a bit. She looks a bit embarrassed as she glances. I'm not sure. Is Victor here with us? I assume
I
as
mean,
well.
yeah, he's not gonna
Behind us,
run,
okay.
but he's walk behind
Yeah.
you.
As she kind of glances back at Victor a bit before turning back to Cammy. Victor's familiars are actually snakes.
I know. Why did you send them after me?
Well, we thought it's best to at least keep an eye just in case there will be any untold problems popping up with everything going on. Mostly just to make sure if you got hurt, we would be able to get there in time.
And why didn't you tell me about it? It was just that, and not just another way to keep me under observation.
It wasn't to keep you under observation. It was just us being paranoid. And we knowing that, look, Cammy, I know it looks bad. It was us being paranoid and being worried. If nothing happened, then we would make fun of each other and call it a day. But I don't think I really like this tone of yours.
She looks at you and says, well, I don't like being spied on.
Well, Cammy, as you know, we've had a couple of bad situations pop up. So I'm sorry that I'm a little bit jumpy about that. But you're right. We should at least told you or give you fair warning so you wouldn't be cut off. I'm sorry.
She sort of kind of still has like her arms crossed, staring at you. As the older man will like take a step forward and say, I must also apologize. My grandson here just jumped to conclusions.
Well, at the very least, I'm happy you were someone who was looking out for my daughter and not anything else. I'm sorry, you don't look too familiar. My name's Wanda.
And Matthias. Gonna extend his hand.
Yeah, Wanda goes to shake it, presumably.
As the younger man will also step forward and says, I'm Zoran. I'm the one who killed the snakes. Sorry about that.
Ah, thank you, Zoran. At the very least, it's good to know that there are some, I would presume, kind people out there who helps people out in bad spot. She tries to make it like ease the tension of the situation.
Yeah. As you know what? You say that, and Cammy. I think it's time for your punishment, Red. I'm looking at that ontological winner. Says,
Right, I thought what you said it there.
says, well, if that's the case, then you won't mind if me and Zoran just head on shopping and there's no snakes following us.
Yes, then, Cammy, I don't mind. It seems that you are a growing girl, and you're right. I panicked. So I apologize. But at the very least, can you please text me to make sure you're okay and when you get back and come back at a reasonable time?
I'm only gonna be gone for like an hour. Calm down.
Fine then. Text me when you make your way home. Can I at least get that?
She nods.
Thank you.
As yeah, she's gonna like head off, and Matthias kind of gives Zoran a nod for the two of them will leave, and
Please tell me
Matthias
your
just kind of
son-
like looks at you. There's like
Yeah,
there's that look of like I think I understand you.
Please tell me your son is a reasonable, kind, gentlemanly boy who understands to consider everyone's feelings. Yes, he's a nice child, right?
Well, at the very least, he's not stupid.
You know what? I'll take it at the very least. Again, thank you for keeping an eye, trying to help my daughter.
Yeah, no, you don't have to thank us. Really do anything.
I think killing snakes and putting them on fire because you thought someone was being followed is kind of something that you did do.
Well, Zoran is well, let's just say snappy.
Hmm.
So we're new to the city, and well, although I hear it's becoming a bit of a hotbed for messes.
That's the one word for it, at the very least. Are you here to stay, or are you trying to just here for business?
Traveling. Don't have a particular business.
Well, awkward start of nothing else, but welcome to New York.
Oh, trust me, this is way better than the last one.
I have to ask, how exciting was the last one, if nothing else?
That's a long story. It's a very long story.
Well, it seems both our kids were off shopping. And to apologize for Snap having Zorn Snap, how about we take you out for, I don't know, coffee, something like that?
Yeah, he's gonna nod and says, yeah, this coffee sounds good, as Victor does kind of just give you a look, but doesn't say anything.
He raises a slight eyebrow at him, but he doesn't say much because I assume once we're alone, he'll probably mention.
Yeah, as are you just gonna like go now, or
Yeah, I
yeah?
presume we're gonna go now because there's not much else she has to do, and Oh, it's a good way to get to know the parent of the guy her daughter's with right now.
Yeah. Oh. There you can find like a nice coffee shop nearby to just kind of wait out your daughter's shopping spree, whatever the fuck she's here to get.
Yeah.
As all three of you sit at the table, and Victor will kind of says, "Nice to see you here, Matthias. You're a long way from home." As Matthias will nod and say, "Well, know how it is with the road. It takes you places, and well, if I knew you were in town, I'd have reached out." As Victor just kind of shakes his head, says, "No, it's quite all right. My presence here wasn't necessarily a public thing." As yeah, they'll sort of begin to catch up. It seems like they know each other.
Yeah, I assume they're having positive interactions with each other.
Looks like it's the sort of relationship you would see like co-workers have, or like acquaintances. It's not like they're friends or like it's very like friendly, but it's neutral.
Mm.
I'm not sure if you have any particular questions as you wait for the.
Yeah, I think if she would be what he willing to say, she would ask how he knows Victor and apparently what they do and just trying to get to know them a bit. Light
Oh,
stuff, nothing too heavy.
well, we've had a few dealings a few years ago, and since then it's been mostly through our mutual work through Abaddon.
Ah, that's a name I hear often.
Well, that is unfortunate for you.
Well, at the very least, I will try to make a happy mess out of a situation.
Yeah. Gonna glance at Victor and say, is he in town as well, or? Victor shakes his head, says, "No, he is actually quite busy dealing with the Fae right now. Don't have to worry about that." As Matthias will sort of eye relief.
May I ask if there's a problem?
Victor like looks at him, and Matthias just kind of like says, "Well, if you know Abaddon, then you know maybe you're familiar with certain individuals associated with her. One in particular. Does the name Darius mean anything to you?"
Ah, yeah, I know him.
He is my my son, and he says that with a weird sort of hesitance in his voice.
Ah, well, this is a small world. Would it be rude to say I don't have this. You don't have the same glow that he has.
I am mostly human, so be kind of weird.
Ah, well, at the very least, Victor's right. He's a bit busy with some other matters. I won't pry too much, it seems.
Um, him and Zoran have a. Well, it was a messy affair. They're not on speaking terms.
Are they brothers then, I presume?
He said Zoran is his grandson.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't hear that part. This entire time she was thinking that they were father and son. Ah, well. That seems like a personal matter all in all. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say to that.
There's nothing to say, I'll be honest. I'm just probably not gonna be sticking around too long if Darius is around or so.
Oh,
Victor
at
will
the very
just
least.
flat out say though. How long do you keep planning
do-
on running away from it though? Matthias says, well, as long as I have years in my life. Victor will sort of nod, but it's a very disapproving nod, like he doesn't agree with this man's way of operating.
Well, outside of that situation, what have you two been doing this entire time?
Well, visiting Europe mostly. Going through different cities, spending some time helping Zoran with his rather difficult nature.
Has that, well, have any fun stories to talk about then? Any tales of adventure and such?
Well, I mean, there was that weird Austrian vampire we like had the pleasure of killing, but no. How about you? How is New York this time of year? I heard rumors about angels fighting in the streets, but like surely that must be a bit exaggerated.
Not that I'm aware of at the very least. Things have gotten a bit heated up with the political sphere, if you care for that. But so far, things have been mostly quiet. There is, well, there's always someone making moves and causing problems. But sadly, no angels fighting in the streets yet.
It's good. That's good. And well, other than that, how are things with you?
Is he talking to Wanda or Victor when he says that?
He's kind of, I mean, you're sitting next to each other, so
Oh, okay. I know he was asked. Okay.
and you're sitting on opposite ends of the table, because then that's
Oh, no,
this
I didn't know exactly
conversation
what
would
he
have
said.
like flowed differently.
No, you're good. I was just didn't know exactly what he was indicating. Uh, we are, things are well. Wanda's actually gonna give Victor a look because she doesn't really know how much he wants her to tell this guy.
Victor
About
seems
his personal-
unfazed, so
Yeah, goddamn. Okay. If you're someone who works with Abaddon, you'll probably find out eventually, at the very least. Cammy is Victor and mine's daughter. So we're a bit stumbling through the awkwardness of that family affair.
yeah, kind of figured you do have that. God, you remind me of my son too much. Hopefully, though.
I'm gonna.
Hmm?
So she's just like she has a gross her face. Like I don't know how she feels about that. Actually. I'm assuming that's not a compliment based on how the way you said that at the very least.
No, it is. Listen, it's the you mean well, but at the same time you have that overwhelmed look.
Well, you know what it is about teenagers and growing up? I'll adjust, apparently, as I must. As we both must.
Nah, listen. If anything, I think you're doing fine. Much better, and I think it will be easier with two people instead of one.
Hopefully so. But yeah, outside of just pleasant small talk, I don't think there's much else she would bring up.
Yeah, well, then eventually, about an hour and a half later, Cammy and Zoran will be returning. As yeah, you can see like she has a couple of small bags, nothing too big. But gonna say, so how was everything?
Oh, everything is fine. At the very least, was having pleasant company.
That's
I
good
think
because I
things.
invited them for dinner.
Harry, you could at least give me a warning. What if I had made enough food? What if I was going to make enough food for everyone?
You can just order. Although
It's fine.
it's kind of weird to take the food delivery at the cemetery. Yeah.
I'll pick something up.
Matthias also has like an eyebrow. You get the feeling he wasn't consulted in this.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. One is going to take Cammy to the side for a quick second to do a quick little chat, just double checking with her if that's all right.
Yeah, that's totally not awkward. But
Is there a particular reason you want to invite them to our home, Cammy?
because I had fun chatting and well, they're new in town. Isn't that the polite thing to do?
It is. I just want to make sure. You know what? It is. I'm just being a bit paranoid, is all. Well, this is what you really want, and you seem to really enjoy your time with this young boy. I will go get set up for, I guess, inviting guests to our home. Gotta text someone first. She has to
Let's.
text.
I say,
What's her name?
listen. Weren't you like all about meeting new people, getting out of the house, sort of metaphorically speaking?
I am, which is why I'm not having a panic attack. I just wanted to make sure this was you just wanting to make friends. She's gonna text Virginia Bates as she's saying this because I think she has to make sure Virginia knows she's bringing someone close to the sanctum, or is it not to the sanctum so she doesn't have to worry? I just want to make sure to ask now.
And you would. It would be nice to inform her.
Yeah, I will let her know.
If you're escorting them anyways, like that, you can walk them through the ward.
Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure she knows. It's mainly because the fact that now that I have someone overseeing the sanctum in such a degree, I have to make sure I let her know beforehand. Could
That's
cause
the only
trouble.
reason you're freaking out.
It is, Cammy. As much as you don't seem to believe me, it is. So, let's go.
Well, yes. Just gonna like start chatting up with Zoran.
Hmm.
As Matthias is talking to Victor a bit. As the two of them will kind of like walk a bit ahead of you three, as Matthias will say. Don't mind me asking. Is this one of those situations where she's wasn't let out too often?
Yes, yes.
Makes sense. Well, she looks quite adjusted for that, so
I'm trying to encourage her to try to make friends, at the very least.
yeah,
Uh,
there's a look of sadness. You're pretty sure it's not related to you. Like
hmm.
nods and says, "That's good." Sorry to inconvenience you like this.
As much, it's teenagers, you know. Sometimes they barrel through everything and then don't really see the inconvenience for other people. But at the very least, she looks happy.
Kind of chuckle and nod. Don't worry, I don't really eat much, so
Is there anything in particular you both don't want to have? I'd rather not make anything that you're allergic to.
as long as I can smoke, I'm pretty sure I'm not allergic to anything.
Oh, you won't be able to smoke in the house, I'll sad to say, but we have a porch, so a deck, I believe.
Victor will say, just let me cast a simple spell. Probably smoking it.
Want to get to a look? It's not the principal of the thing, Victor. It's not the principal of the thing.
Well, do we have a principle against smoking?
Yes, in my house, I do.
I thought it was just a smell that bothered you, though.
Do you smoke?
No.
Then this shouldn't be an issue for you.
Why is it an issue for you, though?
I don't know, Victor. I grew up with no smoking in the house as a rule, and I'd rather keep it that way because I don't want to have it in my house. Is that so hard to
So
understand?
it's an.
It's a me thing. How about that, Victor? How about you say it's because something I would like not to have happen?
I understand that part. It's just I'm trying to understand why. Matthias will just put a hand on his shoulder and says, "It's quite fine. Sometimes people, it's like colors, Victor. It's like colors. Like green. You have a particular reason you like green." And then he'll sort of think for a bit and say, "Well, it does remind me of nature quite a lot." And it's like, listen, Victor, that's not important. Let's trying to like talk him out of it.
Yeah, she is. She's gonna keep it cool. She's keeping it cool.
Yeah, why don't you give me a keep it cool. Keep your cool.
Oh my god!
Why don't you,
Oh god!
let's see. How will you maintain your composure?
Why would you do this to me, Grunt? God damn it!
Now you may be keeping your mouth closed, but your face, though, your face is as Matthias is trying to explain preferences to Victor. Victor looks at you and says, "You seem upset."
Oh, Victor, I'm happy that you're able to pick up on my moods, though you don't seem to understand them or respect them at all. But you know, it's
I
fine, Victor.
respect them. I do not, in fact, understand them. No.
How about this? When I say I just don't like to do something, can you at least try to understand that that is enough reason to say not to cross that boundary?
Well, I'm not smoking, but I still would like to understand it, though.
Because I
Or
don't
is-
like to see people smoking in my house. Simple.
It's not simple, though. I mean, it's straightforward, but it's not.
Is it not simple because it's something that you don't understand, or is it because I just have a preface that you don't understand?
It's because you don't have an explanation for it.
My explanation is I don't like it. Simple.
Yes, but then I asked you why you don't like it.
And I say I just don't like seeing it.
But that's just the same thing, though.
You know, sometimes the reason could be just I don't like. Like I don't like bourbon. I don't like I don't like the color purple. I don't like wheat. You know, simple things like that without reason or explanation other than just prefaces. That's it.
What's wrong with bourbon?
I think it could be a little too it could burn my throat a little too much. I'm sorry that I don't like bourbon. Victor, do you like bourbon?
Well, see, even there, you provided additional explanation, but with smoking,
I don't like seeing it, Victor. I don't want it in my house. I consider it disrespectful. I don't know what to tell you, Victor. Why is this the hill you want to die on?
because it's like you said, it's the principle of things.
I am going to crucify you. I swear to.
Matthias
Victor?
will kind of lean in a bit and says, I think that was a joke."
It's fucking poor one at that. We're gonna talk about this later. She's gonna stop off.
Matthias
to the
will
car.
say, he'll kind of like try and like catch up as you go and say, "Listen, like, this is a bad time. We can come back later."
No, it's fine. Me and Victor's issues, we will not get in the way of. We would love to have you over. Please, I apologize for the discomfort.
I, you know what? I can help you cook. You don't
I
have
would
to do
appreciate
anything.
that.
Just try and relax if possible.
Well,
I don't want this to sound mean, but you seem like you are way too stressed right now.
it's been a trying couple of days at the very least, but I appreciate the help. Though, as my guest, I would like to be the one to host for you, but, well, thank you.
He'll sort of nod and you'll get in the car as yeah. Unlike you and Victor, it seems like Zoran and Cammy are like talking about like random shit. As she's asking him questions about certain fucking Disney movies.
Yeah. Wanda would have a little smile with that, but she's not going to make it obvious that she's keeping an ear out for that. Happy to see Cammy apparently engaging with other people and being,
Yeah, this is
regular
someone.
things.
Yeah, this is someone roughly her own age.
Yeah, yeah.
Who knows what they might like bond over? um, because yeah, if you're gonna drive back, Virginia's not gonna have an issue with you having guests. Just she will text you though. You're not gonna let them into the sensitive areas, right? This is just a social visit.
Just a social visit. There's no reason for them to be anywhere near sensitive areas.
Good then. And yeah, I guess you head back, and as you walk through the cemetery, Matthias would sort of remark, like, "You literally live in the cemetery?"
Yes. Is there something wrong with that?
No,
You don't like the spooky atmosphere?
it's just very gothic of you.
Well, I can be a moody person, as you can see. He's trying to make a joke here. Not sure it's landing.
He like looks at you and like nods. I appreciate you explaining that to me, Rod. But he'll nod and say, "Yeah, I think I saw that real time."
I'll let you get away with it because you're our guest.
I feel like this is a right I should abuse now before it's taken away.
You have a limited time span for it, so yes, I guess you could do so.
As yeah, you'll lead them underneath the sanctum, and Cammy will take Zoran to her room as they're like chatting. Also, I do love the complication that allows me to do other shit behind the scenes. 'Cause
For keeping it cool. What do you mean?
yeah. Listen, when you're like distracted, you tend to not like notice things.
Hmm.
Don't worry
I
about
don't
it.
like that.
Don't worry about it. You were in the ontological winner for too long, Red.
I tried to get out of that.
But yeah, as you know what, Matthias will offer say, well, we want something. Why don't I cook you something I learned on the road?
Oh? Well, do you need any other ingredients? I don't know if you needed something special for this road food.
No, it's fine. As he will cook you a couple of like Serbian cuisine. What would be like the equivalent of like street food, but
Mm.
I'm gonna post like a picture so you have an understanding. But yeah, it's basic. This is basically what you're getting.
Ah, nice.
Well, but yeah, as you like let him handle the kitchen, and he'll be able to do that. You kind of help him out every now and then. Victor will sort of just catch you for a moment after a bit and say, "Have I done something to upset you?"
Uh, is that a trick question, or are you actually genuinely asking?
I'm. It feels you are quite short fused. I'm not sure if it's me or is it like a general thing.
Since we're alone, I think she's gonna lean back a bit. I will. You know what? I'm sorry, Victor. You're right. I've been a bit tense and nervous and anxious, and I think I've been a bit more sensitive to you than I should be lately, and that's a bit unfair to you. I just, I don't know, feels like 15 years ago all over again, and I don't think that's helping our situation. So I'm sorry. Just give me some time to readjust and not immediately assume the worst outcome for every conversation we're having right now. It does feel that way when you question everything I want or do, or
Well,
I
I
say I don't
question
like
things
something.
because you don't provide adequate answers, so I will keep asking questions.
Well, Victor, I guess it comes to what we define as adequate answers. For me, an adequate answer is I don't like it, and that should be enough. But for you, it seems like you don't really trust when I say you don't like something, or I say I just don't want to have it near me. Just seem not to believe any of my, well, anything I say, really.
I believe it, I just want to understand it. It sounds like you don't even understand it when you can't explain, even in the simplest of terms, why you don't like something or why you don't want to do something.
That's also a thing, Victor. When I say what else do you want? What would you define? How would you want me to explain it to you, Victor? How would me explain my likes and dislikes be all right to make you understand? Because I feel like you just don't understand, and it could be frustrating.
Well, if you need to explain it, have something, if you believe something, if you want something, if you don't like or like something, I feel like you should be able to provide at least one reason for that more than just the equivalent of shrugging your shoulders, verbally speaking.
Why though? Why? If I say I don't like the cold, that should be reason enough. Why does it have to be in-depth scientific breakdown about, I don't know, my psychological and social reasons why cold is not fun for me?
No, that's true. That's true. I and this does bring me back to 15 years ago.
Yeah. It feels like
So
when I go ahead.
if it's frustrating to you, then that's a problem. But if it's frustrating to me, I should just put up with it. And he like turns around and like walks away, clearly like upset.
She just sighs before gathering herself, presumably to follow after him. I don't know if he's going back out to our guest or
No,
she's
he's
following
going
him
to
to
the
his.
study area. He's not gonna talk to people. He wants to do magic to relax.
Yeah, she's gonna go after him now. Damn it.
Mm.
Victor, wait. Look, I know this is hard for both of us, and I know this isn't fun. So I'm trying to understand. Okay, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, so am I, and I'm told I'm wrong for it.
I'm not telling you you're wrong for. Why?
Well, just
Okay.
apply your the thing you demand to from me, one thing about me, and well, there you go. We have a conundrum, an impossible to solve problem, I guess.
Okay, Victor, simple question. Why is it so important that I have to provide reasons for the smoky thing? Is there a reason why you need to have that be explained? Is there a
I
reason why? I'm trying to understand why this is such a big deal for you.
Because unlike you, I need to understand the world around me. I can't just shrug my shoulders and be like, well, it's just because, and do not question it, do not look into it. That doesn't matter. It's just how things are. That's not.
It's frustrating because the answers I give you deem aren't worthy enough cause to you find that you think is. Every time I say something, you seem to brush them off. You seem to dismiss my feelings when you do that. So how am I supposed to feel other than the fact that you don't
No.
care what I feel?
Now, maybe my understanding of the language we're speaking is poor. I feel like dismissive is not what you would attribute to someone asking more questions. It would be
Well,
quite the opposite, actually.
when I explain to you why I feel a certain way, you tell me it's not enough. So when you tell me it's not enough, it makes me feel like you are just saying you don't care about how I feel.
Or maybe I care enough that I need to understand why something is like that. But you always seem to assume the worst out of me, so why even bother, indeed?
Victor, I don't know what you want, Victor. I don't know. You say you want to understand, and I'm trying to understand, and then we always just go back to just getting mad at each other all the time. I don't know. We say we love each other. Is that true? Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. So out of everything that's true, if there's something I don't know, we can try to talk, communicate each other, because I'm trying to be open here. I'm trying to be open, and I hope you're doing the same thing. I feel like you're doing the same thing, but I need you to explain to me how I can, I don't know, bring my feelings to the table that in the way that you can understand. I don't know how to communicate with you, Victor. I don't know how to make it so I don't think the worst out of every conversation we have,
Well,
because
how about you take a break and actually think why you always assume the worst out of me, and then maybe we can resume this conversation in good faith. This is gonna turn around and like open a book and start reading.
fine. Fine. She's gonna leave, basically.
Do you go back to the kitchen, or do you just?
I think Wanda needs to keep herself busy, as she is pretty keyed up. So whatever she can do to keep herself busy, I don't know, making the table,
Yeah.
cleaning dishes, something.
As you start making the table, Matthias will sort of something like notice your mental state. I want to say, listen, I don't. You want to talk about it?
There's not much else to talk about, and I'm
Sorry, I should
very
say.
sorry.
Do you want to vent about it?
I want to apologize for it being a poor guest, poor host. Sorry, to you, both of you.
I don't think Zorn even noticed this. But listen, I've had to deal with one of the most stubborn people I've ever met, so I think I understand your situation a bit, slightly.
Oh, well, from an outsider's perspective, what does it look like? Because I'm baffled here.
It looks like, well, listen, Victor was never an easy person to talk to until, well, I saw people talking to him. And I realized it was a me problem, in a sense, you know? I'm not sure if it's the same problem with you, because you have a different kind of relationship. But, Darius told me that when talking to Victor, I should never make assumptions, take everything as face value as possible, and understand that he needs to understand everything, and things that he doesn't understand bother him profusely.
Well, you know the worst part of the whole stupid situation is?
Hmm.
Is the stuff of when we first met. There's his little Victor quirks, everything was stuff I found endearing. I loved he would break things down and explain things. We would spend time talking hours about just anything, everything. Made me look at things that I would never even thought to look at or pay attention to. Then, I don't know, somehow those long talks became quiet silences and bitter resentment, and I used to think we understood each other, at least I feel like we just never really did. I'll tell you, I wouldn't say I knew everything about Victor, but I knew him well enough to feel like we were on our own little language. And we just got each other. Now, 15 years later, one kid, a very messy breakup. Feels like all those things are just small little attacks. Every time I bring up doing something, he always brings up a better solution. Every time I say I just don't really want to, he seems to not understand or dismiss them, or feels like he's just telling me I'm stupid for feeling certain ways, and just because it doesn't make logical sense to him and miss me and it's inferior. I don't know. I don't know if love is just enough for what's been between us.
That's a very philosophical question. But at the very least, I'll tell you this one thing I learned about him during my many times working with him. If he doesn't care, he wouldn't really ask any questions.
I know. I just don't know how to make him understand, I don't know, my feelings, the things I like and dislike, it seems. I don't know how to break it down to a way that he would get. I feel like I have to justify myself every time I open my mouth sometimes. Sometimes it feels like there's just an ocean between us, and we're just yelling over at each other through a chasm.
I guess better learn to start swimming then.
I don't know. I wish he would try to meet me halfway sometimes too. Feels like our entire marriage is me just compromising everything until eventually I just broke. Sorry, not marriage. She wouldn't say that. Our entire relationship was me compromising everything until I just broke.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it was just me being very naive and young and thinking that if you just try hard enough, it works out. But sometimes you can try as much as you want, and it doesn't.
I used to think that as well. Sometimes you just have to cut your losses, but don't. Even if you have to, sometimes, take a step back. Give people their space. Don't give up on them. Because you might find yourself one day realizing that you've taken too many steps back and they're gone for good. Better to be frustrated, tired, than regretful.
Oh, sounds like you're speaking through a lot of experience.
Like I said, the last couple of years have been quite tough. Losing Darius twice over now. Dealing with Zoran and his problems. All the while realizing that if I was just a better father, probably all of this could have been avoided. It's one thing we certainly tend to pass on is that to pass on the lessons and the teachings, but sometimes and more often than not, without even realizing, we pass on our flaws as well.
If nothing else, I want my daughter to be happy, and whatever that means for her, I'm going to support it.
He'll
I'm
nod.
not going to make the best choices, but I'm going to try.
It's a good mindset to have. I will say this: don't lose yourself.
I'll keep that in mind.
As yeah, eventually the dinner will be set and everyone will take a seat at the table as Cammy will bring like kind of like take out something that's like packaged, looks like a large thin object. She's gonna hand that to you and says, this would have been a bit more of a surprise, and if I wasn't kept being spied upon, but well, the thought that counts. She smiles.
Wanda smiles too with a question, but she takes a look at the item.
Yeah, as you like kind of tear the wrapping, you realize it's one of those large panels where you like stick multiple photos. As you realize this thing, you saw it earlier in her room, but now it's like filled with photos of you, Victor, her, photos that have been taken quite recently. And by recently, I mean like literally on the way here. There's actually a couple of photos with you at the coffee shop.
Oh, Cammy. As Wanda's gonna tear a little bit, but she's gonna hug her.
As I'm gonna cut away now because I need to cook other people. Let's see. Let me look at my wheel of shoes. Claire, it's been a long time. What was the last thing you were doing?
Last thing I remember, I talked to the wizard guy
Yes.
that I can't remember the name of, and he gave me an
Gareth.
address to go check out.
Just an address?
Yeah, he gave me an address to. Hold on, I have to find my notes. Hopefully I wrote down what the fucking address is. I did not. God damn it.
Kind of bad.
I didn't expect to be busy the next session. Thank my mother-in-law.
My archivists, my historians help us because I also don't like have notes. That's because I'm looking in the wrong place.
I know we were talking about.
You were talking with him about like
Lydia.
Freya and like Lydia and like
Yeah.
stuff, but I don't remember anything about the address.
He
Oh,
asked
what?
as like a favor to like in exchange for helping me out to look into something for him.
Yeah, he wanted to know about the angel situation or the.
Okay, I thought it had something to do with angels, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, because he was like, "Hey, I don't know
Oh, it
who
was like the
Abaddon is."
angel hunters or something like that, right?
Yes, about some angel scrap that was going on. They wanted to know who killed these angels.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
but I
like,
think
okay,
he-
go there and go see what you can find
I
out
was gonna
about
say,
it.
I think he just gave you the place where the angel fight broke down, right?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
so. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
That makes a bit more sense. Okay, then yeah. Uh, you know what? Unfortunately, unlike the other supernatural creatures, you do need to sleep. So
I do.
after you rest for a bit, I guess probably go and investigate the place. As you find yourself walking through the small narrow streets of New York. Yeah, I mean you find the place. There seems to be definitely burr marks on some of the stone around. I believe you have a couple of nifty little tricks.
Let me take a look. I should have had my sheet open this whole time.
Definitely can let it out.
That's my nifty little trick. I'm the only one here with corruption, though.
Yeah, so listen. You're like one corruption. You don't even have any corruption advancements.
That's true. That's true.
Listen, if you're all good enough, you can just ignore the corruption and complication.
Let me read what it says.
To uncover an essential about the thing, or
Yeah, but what's the complication?
I'll decide.
Okay. You know what? I really need this guy's help, so I'll let it out. You've convinced me. Let me roll.
You take now both corruption and the complications. Good, 'cause you don't have
Yay!
to choose.
I win both times.
Yeah, as you sit in this alleyway and you can feel almost the heat radiating from some of these burn marks. You suddenly see places where the bricks have been lodged out of place. It seems like it was quite a lot of quite a brawl in this alleyway involving multiple people. As for some reason you almost hear it. You hear a thunder in the distance as well. You're investigating this. You hear like someone almost like groaning in pain at the end of the alleyway. As you glance in a direction and you see like the silhouette of a man kind of staring at you. He's kind of like leaning on a cane.
Like I'm actually seeing someone, or
Yes.
is this part of like this
No,
vision?
you realize he is actually there.
Oh, and he's groaning in pain.
Yeah, it
Are-
seems like he's like in quite a lot of pain.
Are you okay, sir?
You
Me? What?
can see it around you. The darkness, and he just collapses.
Whoa! Okay, I'm gonna rush over to him and try and help him.
Yeah,
Is he,
as
like-
you
Breathing.
rush over to him, he kind of like turn him on the side, and you can see his eyes. He's blind. He is completely blind. But like his face looks like there's many scars, as if like the blood vessels underneath his skin fucking exploded over and over and over again. And like it seems like it's, you look at his hands and it's the same thing. As you can see, his clothes look like drenched in blood. But yes, he's technically breathing.
Oh gosh. Okay, I'm going to call an ambulance. Is he like injured actively anywhere that I can see?
No, not really. It seems like
Just covered in blood.
it's dried blood. It's very old
Oh,
dried
okay.
blood.
Okay. Shit. Okay. Can I just like move him to like a more comfortable place so he's not laying on the fucking like sidewalk wherever
Yeah,
he
you can
collapsed?
like help him out as you kind of lean him up against the wall. Need help. You need to.
How can I help you? I don't know what you need. I can call an ambulance.
No, no. You're a seer, aren't you?
I am. Yes.
You need to take me to your conclave of chaos.
Hey.
Need to speak to the Archmage.
Okay. About what? I'll like try to help him up off the ground.
San Francisco has completely fallen. Gone.
Fuck, okay, we just talked about San Francisco. That's great. Is this the like pathway thing?
How much do you know?
Not a lot.
Need to speak with him. It's
Okay, I'll
a great
I will
evil
take you
that.
there. What's
Listen to me. Even if I die, I need someone to be able to tell this to others. It's a great evil that has been unleashed in our world. Worse than any demon, creature, dragon, or any other being. It's something that came from the outer worlds. No, even if she is all consuming. You need to warn
She?
people about it. Yes. Yes. Pure darkness and water. You need to find. I need to find Gareth and talk to him.
okay? I can take you to Gareth. What's your name?
Zachary.
I'm Claire. Are you able to move?
It's like he'll sort of slightly stand, kind of wobbly a bit on his cane.
I'll help him if I can, if he'll let me.
He'll be able to put him in a cab and drive him over. As you walk into the main building, the people at the door just kind of freeze when they see you. There's a moment. It's like you can normally figure someone out, roll, but it's like the Mac stopped giving him copium.
Did I do a Hearson oopsie again?
No,
I'll
no.
roll figure someone out.
No. I was gonna say Mac, stop giving hate copium. Yeah, they look at him like you would. How would you react if? Well, maybe this is a bad comparison because you live in the U.S. But if I was gonna say how would you react if the president walked in? But no.
Shoot him. What? I mean,
Yes. If
that's a joke
if-
legally.
how would you react if you were in Romania and the president walked in? Like you're not gonna be like happy, but you're also gonna
more
like
respectful.
you're gonna be like shocked, surprised, like there's like what the fuck is he doing here? But it's like way bigger than normal. Like whoever this guy is, he is fucking recognized by these people.
Okay. Yeah, I will take note of that, and I'll bring him to Gareth.
Yeah, as the elevator things, and you help Zachary into Garrett's office. As Garrett like opens the door for you, it's like, holy shit! I thought you were dead. As Zachary kind of like sits in a collapses in a chair rather. It's like, I well don't know about that yet.
I found him at that address you sent me to.
I'll be damned. Well, uh, he's gonna sort of take you a bit off to the side. You was that the place where the fight happened?
Yes, definitely. There's no doubt about it.
Anything interesting you might have picked up on?
There were scorch marks. I heard thunder. But then I noticed Zachary.
Hmm.
He was just there. He said that there's this he could see something around me, like a darkness. She
Well,
looks like confused and concerned.
listen. Zachary is well, it's like he's been through a lot.
Yeah.
I don't see
Did say
anything
that.
through you, so if he sees anything, it's well, maybe it's a bit more metaphorical.
Right.
Well, at least
Can I
figure out what the fuck happened in the other coast.
yeah, can I ask how you guys know each other? Everyone seemed to react in a way that indicates he's quite an important person.
Well, Zachary is one of the oldest mages around I know of. That's in the United States. Been
That's
here for a few centuries, give or take.
okay. Didn't realize I was dealing with so many important people. But
Yeah, he's the one that founded, well, the organization that was tasked with managing extraterrestrial invasions in San Francisco, more or less.
oh well, that's maybe related to what he has to say. Maybe you should listen to it.
Yeah, there was a big event last summer. Don't worry about that. I'll have a chat with them. In the meantime, I hate to do this to you, but I could really use another favor.
Another favor? What?
Yeah, Siegel glances towards Zachary and says, "How good are you with babysitting?"
Babysitting. I mean, I work with grad students, if you count that.
Ah, well, that's perfect. Pat you on the shoulder. Well, then he'll be in
okay.
your care.
What?
Yes, I've decided.
Oh, okay. Is there any reason I need to babysit him?
Well, he's clearly blind. Am I supposed to get him a dog or something?
I don't know. They seem to figure it out. Okay, but fine. I'll keep an eye on him.
Listen, what better person than to guide the ones who cannot see, but the one who can see the future? Listen, I think it's poetic. Plus, I don't trust anyone else in this tower to be able to like take care of him without doing some weird fucking science experiment.
Okay. Yeah, I could make sure that no weird science experiments happen, at least.
Listen, the problem is, see, a lot of mages are very curious individuals, and well, Zachary was involved in some quite secretive things. I would rather them not poke around. You though, I don't think you don't strike me as the kind that will engage in. I was gonna say schemes, but then I remember what you were dealing with the whole darkness bit.
Yeah.
I
I
think,
wouldn't consider myself a schemy person.
well,
Not normally.
perfect candidate. Plus, he can help
Great.
you figure out this whole apparently darkness that's around you.
Yeah, that sounds like a wonderful thing that I'd love to dive into in more detail.
Listen, Zachary is an accomplished mage still. Not as good as me, but no, we were in the same class.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I have an idea of the kind of mage I'm dealing with then. I mean, I'm not upset about this. I'm very curious about both of you, if I'm being completely honest. I just hope I don't ask too many questions.
Don't worry, he'll probably be speaking vague mumbo jumbo and you won't understand anyways. See, unlike me, he took the classes quite seriously.
You didn't take them seriously?
Mumbo jumbo? No. Why would I? All of
I don't know.
this
I've met a lot of
vague.
people that do the mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, listen. They can have fun with their like pretend to be smarter than they actually are, or like engage in this like metaphysical exploration of the inner self. No, that's no. Sounds stupid and lame.
I tend to prefer known quantities, but I could see why there's
It's not about
benefit
the known
the other.
quantity. It's about concrete things. You know, I'm all for exploring infinity and all, but like I want to actually go do it, not just like talk about it. Plus, Zachary had the whole "I must safeguard the Earth" kind of shit down. It's like, listen, there's always gonna be someone out there ready to do that job.
Probably a good thing.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a house or any amenities, so he's basically like your charge now.
All right. You should know I do live at Lydia's hotel. If that's a concern.
Well, how about I rent you a nice apartment somewhere else?
Oh, okay. If you're willing to.
Yeah, no, so if you're taking care of him, might as well cover your expenses.
That's very generous. Thank you.
And yeah, he's just gonna like hand you a card, like you can pay with this one.
Oh, okay. I will be sure to pay for an apartment with this card and absolutely nothing else.
Listen, I'll
Put
need
it
to
in
be
a
a bit
lockbox.
reasonable here, so nothing exceeding like $500,000, please.
Oh, half. Okay. Right. It's New York. Rent is expensive.
Kind of looks around you know how much I pay for this place? He says about
I
the main
don't even
building in
want
Manhattan.
Yeah, I don't even want to imagine how expensive this place is.
But yeah, listen, let me talk with him a bit, see if he's all right. In the meantime, Thunder, huh? Hmm.
Yeah, Thunder.
You know, normally I wouldn't pay too much attention, but
Is there something particular about Thunder
I'm
recently?
gonna write you a note. Yes,
Oh.
yes, because there has been a little they're like a type of dragon. It's a very specific type of dragon size, but there is one I know that's been active in the city. So I'm gonna write you a note. And you're gonna go and chat with this dragon. I'm gonna ask him directly about what the fuck's going on.
Okay. Personally, I've never dealt with dragons before. Is there anything to keep in mind?
Well, problem is I've dealt with dragons, not this one, so I don't. Well,
Fair enough.
I can tell you they tend to be. Well, not all dragons, but this this
Stereotypically.
kind this oh, I don't know how many species there are out there. I'm not gonna fill you in on that one, but this particular species is quite greedy, arrogant, tends to be violent, and may have how should I say this elegantly? Right to own problem.
Oh, okay. Noted.
It's like goes to his desk, tears a piece of paper, writes something down on it, hands it back to you. You sure to be back here in like an hour or two?
In an hour. Oh, okay. I will go do that then.
You like read like what he wrote on the
Yes,
paper.
I'm gonna read it.
You like look at the paper. It's like a fucking smiley face as the paper dissolves, and there's like a vortex around you.
Oh,
As you suddenly find yourself in the middle of an alleyway somewhere in the city. Not exactly sure. As you glance around, there's a couple of people looking at you. As one of them will definitely stand out compared to the others because his skin is quite messed up in the sense that it looks like it's cracking in like certain places as like shadows are like falling from underneath it. And his eyes are just
this
fucking glowing in the dark.
is this not the guy that I've met before?
I'm pretty sure have you met Jay? I think you've met him before.
I think yeah, he gave me his number when I
Yes.
first met Abaddon.
Then yes, you recognize Jay. I don't think you recognize the other people.
No.
Definitely not. I'm gonna say
Kind of
I don't think you've ever like I don't think you've met any of the angel hunters.
no, have not. I'll look around and look at Jay and just wave. Hi.
Hello. I just the other people are like looking ready to fight as he like just kind of like waves them down. It's like it's fine. Like
Sorry. I would have announced myself, but I didn't know I was coming. That soon anyway.
yeah, can something wrong?
Well, I'm here on a favor for Gareth. He wanted me to speak to a dragon.
Oh. It like turns to the others. It's like it's fine. I'll talk to her and we'll resume the thing. Kind of nod, and he's gonna take you off to the side. Says, okay, so what's this about?
Well, there was this angel battle that happened, and I went there to take a look at everything. And when I like looked into things, I heard thunder, and apparently that's connected.
Yep. He just kind of like snaps his fingers, and there's like a spark that kind of lights up a bit.
Oh shit. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse.
And yes, we
I'll
did
be
we did
honest.
fight a couple of angels. They were there protecting. I believe they made a deal with a demon in the city, and well, we made a deal with another one. So we were there to trash them and take some important things that belonged. Well, they didn't really belong to them, but well, they had them. So
Okay. Shit. Did Gareth tell me what to talk to this guy about, or did I just forget it?
no, it's kind of like figure shit out. He wants to understand what the fuck is going on with the,
Yeah. What exactly happened?
because he's afraid that hey, if the angels like start fighting in the city, that's gonna be bad for everyone. Like I need to understand this.
Okay, so you said that they made a deal with a demon?
Yes, a guy in the name of Villarago. He brokered some
Okay.
deal down for them. Sold out. I shouldn't say this. Let's just say sold out the kid of a mage in town to them, and well,
Oh,
yeah, I'm not sure if you know like Wanda.
yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, sold her kid out. So we kind of
Shit.
well, we intervened.
Okay. Interesting. Sorry, I'm still focused on sewing right now. So is the kid's okay, right?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Okay, good.
Everything has been solved, and my angel ass was indeed kicked.
So is this going to be like a regular thing, or was it a one-off angel battle or
He kind of
actual ass kicking?
shrugs and says, "I'm not the one that does the plans. I'll be honest."
That's fair. Neither am I really.
You want to chat with Abaddon about this?
Abaddon's involved? Of course she is.
He like looks to you and
Feels
says,
like
well, I mean,
Hmm?
I work for. Never mind.
I know, you referred to yourself as like her right hand. You seemed a little embarrassed about it though.
It because it's weird. Well, listen, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
If you insist.
Listen, you can roll me figure someone out.
Okay.
Well,
Enjoy your complication.
you know what? I'll just have him out and blurt it because you did roll a complication. Some information. No, say ignorance is bliss, but you're not gonna be blissed now. Says, well, how would you like refer to like if you worked with your like mother? How would you like refer to it? It's kind of weird, right?
Oh,
Family business?
Yes, but it sounds still sound. I still haven't found a proper name. Kind of been bugging me for a year now.
I don't know if I have an answer for that.
But yes,
But,
my
I didn't-
my
I didn't
actual
realize it was your-
mom and her are good friends. She also like raised me, so
oh, cool. I don't know much about Abaddon, but didn't figure her as a mother.
yeah, no, she. I'll say this: do not abuse it. I guess she can be really nice to kids.
That's good to know. It's not a bad trait to have.
Listen, I'm not blind. I can see she's doing a lot of fucked up shit, but it does come from a place of wanting to help out, at least the people she cares about. So that's why
Yeah.
I don't listen. The angels are fuckers, and with the exception of Darius, I've never met like well, technically, okay, two exceptions. Like most of them are like fucked up. So
Yeah, I've been hearing that, and also been hearing Darius' name as like the exception to the rule.
listen, there might be good angels out there, but the higher ups, the ones that give out the orders,
Not so great.
Nope.
What about them is an issue, if you don't mind me asking?
I guess it's like they say, right? Eventually, with enough power, you just become corrupt. Start thinking that your way is the only way, and well, people don't agree with you. You just kind of force their hand.
I can see that. Makes
If-
sense.
They're not. I guess. Listen, the problem is, it's like, everyone's fucked up in this world. Like demons are messed up, mages are messed up, vampires are messed up, fae are messed up. Might as well have the angels be messed up too. I guess it is just the individuals that tend to be redeemable.
Yeah, from what I've learned is everyone's an individual, not necessarily good or bad based on what they are.
The thing is, the angels kind of screwed over with Abaddon and with a lot of people I know and care about. So I guess it's kind of a personal thing at this point.
Like a personal vendetta with angels.
Yeah, they also don't like people who, cause them problems. So
Did you cause a lot of problems then for them? I mean,
oh yeah.
what kinds of problems?
Well, I'm pretty sure there was a group of people that Darius helped actually break into heaven and like shoot one of their like top guys.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't know that was something you could do.
Neither did I. Most people didn't think it was possible until it happened. So you can see how they're quite upset.
Yeah, first time for everything, I guess. Sorry if I'm asking a lot of questions. I'm trying to figure out what exactly is going on in this city right now.
Well, he like looks back. The people in the alleyway, they also they had their lives screwed over by a lot of people, including angels.
Is it okay if I ask what exactly? Or that's
Well,
something
I'm gonna go into their personal stuff, but I'll say this at the very least, that they come from a type of supernatural that was, well, actively genocided for a while back in a few centuries ago. So
Oh, I didn't know about that. I'm not quite a century old or
Oh.
more.
neither am I. I'm just telling you what I've heard from other people. I'm like, I use like human years when I age myself. Like,
Whatever years work best for you.
well, I would consider myself college age, but yeah, let's go with that.
Right? Yeah. That works for me. I work at a college, so familiar.
But no, if you want to understand the schemes that are going to go down in the city, especially more fights are to break out, which I'll be honest, I think they will.
Abaddon's a
don't-
person to talk to.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing I've already kind of talked to her a couple of times already, huh?
Listen, she's not so bad, right?
No, I don't personally have any complaints about her as of right now.
Better
Not
not.
that I'm expecting to have any.
Yeah, if there's nothing else.
Don't think so. Let me check my notes if I have anything.
I need to move on. Then I'll move on then to the main course.
Go ahead.
Hate, I've been informed you have succeeded already. You will auto succeed tonight. Are you here, Hate? Cannot hear you speak. Damn. I saw him unmute himself. Yeah. Don't worry about it. We'll turn this into a play-by-post tape just for you.
It's okay. I just joined on my phone.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm just joining on my phone. I'm gonna try and fix it on my computer.
No,
until
listen,
then.
this is incredible. I can actually hear your voice. Oh,
You can always hear my voice.
that's
but
not
I'm sorry
true.
about
Like half your characters are a whisper. So yeah, Villarago, you have set up the deal. The deal is through. You are on your way to meet Moloch, discuss and negotiate.
Great.
I don't remember if you're gonna bring Johnny along or not. I don't think you were.
I thought I was initially, and then I'm like, listen, this is a
Yes.
very like tedious deal, and if she looks at Johnny and smells a rat,
Yes.
we're cooked. So it might just be best if I go by myself.
Yes, that was the yeah. So you will go as you'll get through the demons through the hell circle, as you'll be welcomed into this large, very ornate room, Moloch's personal palace. Take a seat on the
Beautiful.
couch, as she will come and meet you. Take a seat on the other side of this like round table.
Moloch, it's been too long. How you been?
You know me. Scheming, doing deals.
Conniving?
Nothing. Yes, nothing new. What about you? How is New York treating you?
You know, so far so good. You know me, trying to expand some of my business. The information network is great. I love it. It's my dream. But if you don't expand, you shrink. So, trying to open up a few new avenues. We'll see how it goes.
So, what is this deal you come to propose to me today?
It's actually in relation to some of my new ventures. So, I am actually here representing a third-party individual. They're looking to get some hands on some pretty unique spell requirements, and I thought, well, who do I know that has, probably the widest collection of souls? And, well, I instantly thought of you. So, this, I, of course, have brought something that I know you'll like. And, because, well, this mage is looking for some pretty specific requirements. But I assure you, the price is well worth it.
Requirements are we talking here about?
Apparently, this spell requires, and I'll list off the very detailed requirements that Johnny gave me.
You'll, well, specifically, you'll describe the kind of soul you need,
Mhm.
with all the characteristics. She like listens carefully and like nods. But that is quite a specific soul.
Indeed.
I have a couple
I
in my collection. I think might fit.
Beautiful. Now, on to what I have prepared for you. And I will pull out the book. And obviously, this looks like a completely normal spell book. Honestly, I wouldn't even think it's worth your time. However, except for one specific thing at the very end. And I will, like, flip across it. Now, I've been hearing about this upstart coming up recently. Someone who's a little too, punching above their weight class. They think they're hot shit. And I happen to know that someone as respectable as you might take some interest in showing them how the pecking order really works. And I'll flip to the last page. This right here is the signature of the Demon Lord Abaddon.
She like looks at it and says, "It's not just a signature. It's May I?"
Of course, inspect away.
She like takes the book and like looks at it for like studies it carefully and like places it on the table. Quite a unique and rare find you have.
Indeed. This was provided by the mage themselves, obviously. And I know how impressive and varied your businesses are. Someone like you probably gets hundreds human souls a day. I highly doubt you get something this rare.
Correct.
I'm thinking 3 souls. That fit the requirements should be more than fair, right?
Looks at you. Says, "What do you know of Abaddon?"
Was I aware that she was the one behind killing all those angels? You know, the one behind Scarlet?
I don't remember. I'll be honest. I don't remember how much Scarlet told you.
Scarlet didn't tell me much. I don't know if Darius told me when I asked about her.
I don't remember exactly.
Then it's like,
Gonna say I feel like I think maybe he did.
I'll leave it up to you.
Let's
I
see
can't
what the
remember.
historians say in chat.
Historians,
I trust Red and Max memories.
did Darius say anything? Okay,
Okay, well,
thanks, Mac.
I'm gonna say, see, like Charlotte's not like dumb, but Darius might be like stupid enough.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you much. I never heard of her. Up until very recently with this.
Upstart indeed. Ruined a bit of my operation. Not that long ago, but happens. Some of her people got a bit too angry and killed one of my workers.
That's pretty disrespectful.
Quite so.
He didn't even apologize for this? Give you any compensation?
No.
Ha!
So I would advise against doing deals with her. She is unreliable at best, erratic and arbitrary at worst.
You know me, I take quite a good stock at building up a good rapport with clientele.
Or are you looking to expand into the soul business?
I'm dabbling, you know? I've had some windfalls here and there. Currently, there's a little someone nipping at my heels. So once I deal with that,
Might that be? Don't mind me asking?
No, just like you have your deals with upstart demon lords, I have my dealings with upstart lower level demons.
I see.
Honestly, nothing I can't handle.
A business rival then.
Yeah, something of the sort. She thinks she is. But, she wasn't, she didn't have my pedigree of training. I am completely confident I will corner the market yet again quite soon.
Think you will. So, you know what? In the spirit of our previous relationship and your general good business sense, not only will I accept this deal, I'm gonna make a small investment into your new avenues. I think the soul market in New York has it's a lot of room to be tapped. I hear the angels are a bit busy there, so they won't bother you as much.
Oh?
I'm willing to provide you a set of, let's call them assistants, that should be able to, well, deal with any troubles you might have or assist you in other ways. And I only ask, well, 20% of anything you gain.
For how long?
Well, as long as you need the servants.
Up to my discretion?
Of course. You may dismiss them at any moment.
I'd be quite the fool to not accept this gift horse you have given me. I graciously thank you, Lord Abaddon. I will use them to their fullest extent, and, of course, the 20% is yours.
She will extend a hand for a handshake.
I will, of course, extend my hand back.
Yeah, Moloch, not Abaddon, will
Sorry, yeah, my bad. I would have said
Yes.
I had Abaddon on the brain.
yeah, it's fine.
Kill me.
As yeah, she'll sort of kind of gesture as a couple of demons will bring these, it's like small vials that contain like a glowing essence. These whole containers should be sturdy enough, but be careful.
Of course. Job's not over till I complete the delivery, right?
Of course. Take care.
You too.
This-
Of course, you always know where to find me.
Yeah, she nods as you walk out with 3 soul jars.
I didn't
And-
expect I'd get 3. I thought I'd get 2.
Listen, I asked the people, the good people of the server, like if you should auto succeed, and I would have made you rolled otherwise. But listen, the people have spoken. Even Shadow, before he realized it was a majority and he like switched.
Well, I hope Johnny or someone else has a way to identify which soul is his daughter's.
As listen, that's the easy part. That's
Yeah.
you just get the mage to do that.
Yeah.
As yeah, you walk, and you also will have from now on basically a bunch of demonic underlings. Now they're not like super tough in combat, but they're like a bunch of mooks you can order around.
I can get him to do schemes for me.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Things are looking up. I can't wait for Grunt to hit me over the back of the head with a bat.
Well, I'm glad you at least know it's coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll walk out of the Hell Circle and presumably like meet up with Johnny.
Yeah.
Are you gonna call
I
Wanda
suppose.
as well for the soul identification, or
I don't think Johnny ever told me it was Wanda he was working with. He just said
That's
he knew a
true,
mage.
That's true. Then yeah, you can reach out to Johnny. Maybe that mage contact can also like help you identify.
Yeah.
Presumably he trusts them. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll give Johnny a call then. Are you there, Flavia? Flavia. She's dead. Johnny's dead.
Fell asleep.
If only we'd done this 2 minutes earlier while she was still awake. The pasta. No, the pasta. We can't hear you if you're talking, Flavia.
While you're talking.
That's the tough
Oh,
part.
no.
She was probably talking like, well,
That's the
Yeah.
worst.
Hello,
She's-
mushy
Hello.
mushy.
There he is. There she is.
Okay, thank God.
Hey,
was
Johnny!
saying- Yeah, Johnny would be anxiously waiting for a call from Bill. So yeah, how did it go?
We did good. Hopefully, we got what we were looking for. We're gonna need that mage friend that you identify to make sure we got the right one. But the job was a resounding success.
Oof, that's perfect to hear. I'll contact her right now. We can meet at my place in the middle, maybe.
Great. I'll head straight there.
Thank you. See you later. As I guess.
I was gonna still. I assume I had Calypso waiting like outside the area.
Yeah, Johnny will try to call Wanda.
I'll say this probably
Yeah.
this is after your like whole dinner event.
Yeah, I presume so.
They would
Yeah,
have.
if
I was gonna say like I feel like the dinner would have developed into more like Cammy and Zoran talking about like Europe and shit.
Mm.
It wouldn't get too personal, and after that they would just probably take their leave.
if that's the case,
Uh,
she would probably say yes to Johnny's request. Presumably, this is just the end, the finally end the job. And I don't know if did she find a? I know she did the whole role last time where to find a container or something to hold the soul of his daughter until another plan can be properly built. Did she have time to do that, or is that still in the works? To
That
finish
would
it up, I meant to
still
say.
be in the works, but I think it's you have a lot of the info already.
Yeah. It's more so like just in case whatever she's in now isn't going to be good enough. So I'll probably find out more once I see it and
Yes.
decide from there. But yeah, she would probably let Cammy and Victor know that she's going to be gone for a bit. She should be back soon. Don't wait up, basically.
Yeah.
yeah, Johnny will pace around until one of them arrives, and definitely not freaking out at all.
Are we meeting up at Johnny's place or Ville's place or someplace else?
Johnny's place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Johnny's
Johnny.
place.
Yeah, Johnny would have suggested his since he's like in the middle of the thing. So
So yeah, I presume Wanda would get that then. Oh no, Jill.
Hey, sorry to call you this late. It's just, well, the extraction per se, I guess, might have been a success, and we need your help trying to identify which
Well-
one it is.
Was there more than one soul involved?
Well, apparently, well, is Vil there yet?
I think
I assume you would have called her right after you finished calling me, so probably not.
like
Yeah.
he'll arrive last.
Well, the whole thing was about to, not let her know how important it is. So I imagine, I asked you about the ritual. We made up some ritual we needed a child soul for, and
I see. Sound advice, if nothing else. She looks a little uneasy, but she nods.
yeah.
Who exactly was this we a part of your plan? I didn't realize there was more than one.
Oh, it's well, you might know him. He's also from around here. The Villarago, ring a bell?
Ah, I see. He is an interesting fellow. Demon, I guess.
He sure is.
Very well. Nothing else. Hopefully we can. It's gonna be fine, Johnny.
I sure hope it is going to be fine.
Speaking of
Now,
fine,
do you want?
sorry, go ahead.
No, nothing. Johnny will just offer Wanda something to drink while they're waiting,
I'm gonna say
and maybe I don't know, chat a bit.
Virago will show up shortly after she gets there as well as you see him walking in as yeah, Virago, you recognize Wanda.
Oh, Wanda, you're the mage. How you been? I
I've been
see you
well,
getting some
Villarago.
good work.
Oh, you know how it happens. Things got a bit messy there, but should be all good now. Seems you're doing well for yourself too.
Win some, lose some.
Indeed, indeed. But you seem to have something, a couple of somethings in your inventory, yeah?
I sure do. Of course, it'd be really suspicious if I came to her and said, "Yeah, this extremely valuable book. I want exactly one soul for it." It'd be suspicious. I had to ask for more, especially considered I really expected her to barter down. So,
Well, you're the expert, so you seem to be able to move around pretty well. It worked out. If you give me a minute to take a look at the soul, we can figure out who these individuals are.
great. And he will pull them out and lay them on the table.
Listen, you can give me a let it out.
Okay. Where are
I'll
you?
give you a +1 for the.
Oh, yeah, what's a 6?
Nah, still not matter.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna let you have this one. I'm gonna let you have this one anyways.
Yeah, if you want,
Oh,
and you wanted to give me like a corruption or something for
Well,
it, I'll take.
I will give you because it's a partial success. I'm gonna get both
Yeah.
corruption and complication.
I get both two corruptions. Okay.
No,
Okay.
one corruption,
Oh.
and you'll
Thank
gain a
you.
complication.
Oh,
As well, listen, necromancy does tend to attract attention, so don't you worry about that. As yeah, you can at least you can gain. As you like inspect and you cast a couple of spells to identify the souls. Yeah, all three are basically children as far as you can tell. Sort of ages between like 10 and 15. Johnny, I think your daughter was like what, 12?
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, all the kids are in the same age range as you can identify certain very basic characteristics about them. As all of them kind of meet the same criteria as so they all are quite similar to Johnny's daughter, So they're like around the same age. They have similar physical characteristics. They all died in similar ways because they all had to fit those very narrow criteria you gave, Moloch. But you can tell for certain one of them is his daughter.
Nice.
At the very least, there's that, but I can't tell exactly which one is his daughter.
No, you know exactly which one is his daughter.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay. She would point to the one that's her daughter's and let her know that it's this one. This is her.
There you go. Mission successful, Johnny. And I smack you on the back.
Oof. Johnny just kind of like gently takes it and stares blankly at it for some time, I guess. Well, how does this work? Can I talk to her or?
Well,
Wanda,
presumably
technically it's possible, but
yeah.
it's I mean, you would have to. It's a bit more complicated ritual because this is not your area of specialty. But you could probably arrange something. Unfortunately, as you like do that, there's like someone ringing your front door, Johnny.
Oh, fuck my life.
Well,
I go and I
Oh,
pocket the other two symbols.
sure.
Yeah, he will hide the bottle first.
I'm sure whoever is
Before
there doesn't
he-
know about the souls, guys.
Yeah. Oh, they're mine.
Yeah, he'll go to the front door and open it. This went well the last time this happened, right?
Yeah, as you recognize the woman at the front door. It's Helvia.
Oh. You again? What can I help you with?
Certain spells have a knack of firing up, so I presume you've recovered the souls. The soul, rather. She would say the soul, because doesn't even know about the other two.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you presume correctly. You were right in your prediction.
Happy that no innocents were harmed. Now, I'm gonna make this offer to you once. You wish for your daughter to pass on safely. There is a way we can assure if that happens. Otherwise, I trust you understand what happens when people are careless with other souls.
By pass on, do you mean she wouldn't be unreachable? She would become unreachable to anyone else. I do not wish for this to happen again.
She nods and says, one of our main objectives is to try and protect souls of humans, keep them out of reach of the demon lords. So, yes.
That is quite an offer you are giving me.
You may think about it, but don't take too long. Once others learn about this, they will certainly try and take them. Souls tend to be viewed by many people highly rated commodity.
Oh, Johnny does look kind of sad. No, I won't think too much about not in that way.
Fine, you can rephrase the sentence.
Oh, yes, it sounded really bad. I'll think very carefully about it. Yes, that's correct. Yeah. How can I reach you?
She'll gonna just extend like a paper note. I do have a phone. I believe that will be the most straightforward and easy way. Other than that, I guess you can always pray, but I think you might have some hesitations about that.
Johnny just kind of raises his eyebrows a little bit, but doesn't really comment on. Yeah, this will be quite sufficient. Thank you again.
Merely doing my duty. Take care.
You too.
Yeah, she's gonna turn around and leave.
You see Johnny come back in the room, like, not confused, but like a bit very like thinking quite loudly with his face as I mean, he had told both Vil and Wanda about Helvia, I remember, so he just goes, well, that woman from before just kind of offered me to help Annie pass on. I thought that wasn't quite possible, or is it, Wanda? I don't understand.
I've never heard of it.
At the very least, it's possible. No one really knows the full answer to what happens to a soul, how it passes, if it is even possible. The more concerning part is the fact that she knows and seems to be very much invested in this.
Yeah, this woman comes out of the blue, offers you solutions on a silver platter, asks nothing in return, and then says, hey, give me your daughter's soul. I promise I'll take good care of it. I don't know.
No, that's. I hate to be this pessimistic, but that's also what I thought. Well, she was right the first time around. I mean, Moloch did take the book as payment.
Hey,
Well,
I would sell 1,000 truths to sell one really good lie.
Fair
Well,
enough.
You bring up a good point, but the thing is, we don't really know. And regardless, your daughter will lie in limbo until a solution can be found. She is, by all accounts, dead. I'm not sure if you wish to bring her back to life, or what type of life a young child could have, really, after such an event.
I have no idea, Wanda. This is why I asked to talk to her. I don't know what she wants. What happened to her all these years she was with Moloch? What if she says she doesn't want to pass on? What if she wants to pass on?
Johnny, do you understand what it means when a soul, without a body, she has few options? None of them good and dangerous.
Yes.
I
She's
will
asking
leave-
for a lot of trust. Am I just supposed to trust her with my daughter's soul and believe that she has passed on? I know it's not something that can be proven, of course. Will I just have to believe a second time that she is resting?
Bottom line, Johnny, it's up to you.
Of course.
Speaking of souls, what is your intentions for the two others that you brought along as your ploy for your plan?
Not exactly sure. Really, these were collateral in case Moloch drove a really hard bargain, but I am gonna use them to offset a little bit of Nick's debt. I was gonna charge him so fucking much for this job, but with these two, it's mostly just gonna be a pittance at this point.
Very well.
Johnny kind of looks a bit weirded out because those are two of children's fucking soul that are very similar to his daughter.
Yeah.
At the very least, I'm not gonna immediately go back and sell them to another demon, right?
Oh, well, I'm in no place to judge you, Vil. I was the one who asked you to do this.
Well, at the very least, Johnny, just take your time to think of it. Be careful.
Oh, by the way, Wanda, did your daughter ever smooth things over between us? She said she would.
He mentioned, apparently.
So
And-
we're cool now? No hard feelings?
Gonna slowly slide my eyes down to those two souls that he has in his hands.
Yeah, they're in his pocket. You don't see them? Out of sight, out of mind.
Sorry, right there in that pocket if I slide right back to your face. I understand that there's certain things that you do for your business, Johnny. I don't actively wish to see you dead, so there's that at the very least.
That is good. You know, listen, I gave some information to some
Johnny.
angel. You.
What did I do?
Oh, sorry,
Yeah, Johnny,
Real Rago. Apologize, Real Rago.
Listen, no hard feelings. I let some information slip. You completely exposed my assassination plot and got a lot of people killed. You know, water under the bridge.
High exposure.
Johnny looks a bit alarmed between the two of you.
I don't remember exposing much, at the very least. I was told and informed about your, well, the fact that you put a hit on my daughter's life.
I did not
sorry.
do that.
You sold her out. Is that the best word for it?
Listen, I completely offered to keep any information you told me secret. And then you told me to go pound sand. And so I said, okay.
I don't
And
remember
then
saying
I told some
pound
people
sand.
some rumors who offered a fair price for it.
I don't remember telling you to pound sand. I said, thanks for the conversation. Bye.
I distinctly remember you telling me no. But again, I, on my own soul, harbor no ill feelings toward you.
Well, you see, Johnny, sorry, you're right. I actually am doing it. I apologize, guys. You see, Villarago. I'll make this very frank to you. If something happens to my family, the people I care about, and your name comes up, I'm going to kill you.
Hey, completely fair.
Understandable. Good doing business as always. Please do not call me. And Johnny, you have a lovely day.
You too, Wanda. Thank you
You know,
once again.
as she walks out, I turn to Johnny and I'm like, you know, I think she's still upset with me.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of this whole situation, but that seems understandable, Vil. I mean, you sold her daughter out? Is that why that lady came
Listen.
knocking on my door that one time? Was that
You know, and if they didn't, you would have been murdered by Faye. I saved your life.
No, well, it's old news by now, I guess. It's fine.
Listen, Johnny. In my defense, I barely knew her at the time. I met her one time.
I know how business works, Phil.
Okay. Listen.
And again, as I have just used your services, I'm not really in a place to judge. I'm just saying it's understandable. That's her daughter.
Yeah, you know, I'd say I get it, but I'd be lying. You know. But at the same time, whatever. Not everyone's gonna like you in this world, and that's just kind of how it is. So, bottom line, Johnny, you always know how to get a hold of me, and you always have I'll always be willing to lend a hand. Just think I said hi.
Yeah, you also know where to find me, but please don't send any more people. There's enough clients as it is.
Well, You have a good one.
You too.
Well, let's see. Let's see, Jill. Can you speak from your phone?
I am back on my computer
Ah,
now.
wonderful. Would you go and meet with Abaddon after a discussion with Jay, or?
If I still had time,
Yes.
I was given like an hour. I don't know if I'm gonna be fucking teleported back.
Listen. Because you can. There's plenty of entrances to Inferno Club. You can. Worst case scenario, yeah. Listen. You'll be teleported back. If he can teleport you away, he can yank you back.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or like, don't you worry. Listen, don't you worry about that.
I'm sure
Or
it's gonna be like the
you
most
can just-
inconvenient time.
Or you can just like send him a text message and be like, I'm gonna go meet with a demon lord in case you can't reach me.
Yeah, I'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Like legitimately, we can just say you send him a text message, so he's not gonna like assume you went fucking missing.
Yeah, I'll say I'm still following that lead, but I'm gonna go talk to Abaddon.
Yeah, I mean you'll walk into Inferno, you'll find one of the entrances, and as you walk in, do you know? I don't think you know who Leon is. I think you've just seen him around.
Yeah, I think I've seen him, but I don't believe we've ever interacted.
Yeah, so you just see him sort of like having, yeah, you see a bunch of people like looking quite worried as you approach the stairs to the VIP area. As Leon would turn to him like, "Ooh, if you're here on business, we might have to reschedule this. I'm not
Is this a bad time?
looks at you. We met.
I don't think so. Not officially, anyway.
Oh, my name is Leon.
Claire.
Nice to meet
Nice to
you,
meet you.
Claire. You are you like? Would you describe yourself as a nice and patient person?
I like to think so. Yes.
Wonderful. As he like starts leading you up the stairs. So, don't take this the hard way, but I have no one else. As he's gonna just kind of realize he's actually just shoving you up the last stairs. He's like not walking with you.
Okay.
As you see, there's a very pissed off looking Abaddon, sort of like just the table is broken. The chair that used to sit kind of like sort of off like next to the couch is kind of like flipped with its legs up somewhere far away. She's just sort of like pacing back and forth. She doesn't even know you're there, or like doesn't seem to like have noticed you.
And Leona's kind of just pushed me.
Yes, he's
into-
gone. He's gone. He's not even there
Oh,
anymore.
okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay.
He ain't gonna deal with this shit. As people can...
I'll just like cough, clear my throat. Is something the matter?
She stops pacing, stares at you, and says, "Something the matter." You know, I try to be nice. I truly do. I try to be nice.
I haven't seen anything that says otherwise.
Feel like you would be in quite a vocal minority. Tell me. How do you feel about Would you be able to do me a favor?
Yeah, I seem to be on a errand spree right now, so might as well.
Well, I can't really leave this place, so I'm gonna need someone to be my liaison.
And you want me to do it?
Yes, because Well, you're a reliable person, and I've talked to you before. And if I send in someone more violent, I might just have them kill certain people. So you're not gonna do that. You're just gonna be there to act as my self-restraint and not just murder these people. Also,
I can definitely assure you that I won't be murdering anyone.
yes. And as for the favor, I will need you to sign a short-term agreement that I will be able to speak through your body and see through your eyes. Be
Wait,
able
what?
to negotiate, or not negotiate, ask some questions.
Is this a normal thing to do? I'm not very familiar with being unable to leave a circle of hell.
Demon lords, yes, cannot leave, and I doubt these people are gonna show up to talk to me, so I think it's best if I go to them, take the initiative.
All right. Who am I going to be speaking
Well,
to or speaking through?
two individuals to be more specific. One of the mages that lives in your city
Uh-huh.
goes by the name of Wanda, has a lovely daughter.
Okay. I'm familiar.
It's gonna be one of them. The second one, I believe, a mortal of some nature. Friends with her husband, or boyfriend, or whatever fuck their relationship is.
Right. Okay. Don't know if I know this one.
Owns a little mechanic shop. Don't worry, I have the address.
Okay. And is there a reason that you think people will murder them?
No, I want to do the murdering, but I want to
Oh, okay.
at least, people tell me I always jump to conclusions, and Darius keeps saying that I should learn more information about my victims before I decide if I should kill them or not. So I'll consider this the learning information part.
Right. And will any killing be happening while you are speaking and seeing through my
No.
body?
That's why I think you're actually not a bad choice if you're willing to help me
Oh.
out on this. Because even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to kill them with you.
Right. Okay. I'm going to choose not to take this as an insult and see it as positive here.
Well, I mean, it is. You are calm, rational, and, well, lack the killing potential of some of my other people I would have sent in.
This is true. I have not killed anyone, nor do I have the desire to.
I wouldn't consider that a compliment, but a lot of people that I hang around would consider that a good thing. So
I'll take it as a compliment then.
she produces the contract in front of you. And yeah, it's a
I'm
contract.
absolutely going to read it.
Yeah, it basically says that she can speak and see through your eyes for the duration of these 2 meetings.
All right, this is weird, but new experiences means a new knowledge. I will sign it.
Yeah. I'll make sure that transportation is not an issue. Want this done quickly.
Yeah,
You
sounds good.
hold your breath and keep your eyes closed.
I can do that, like
As
right now.
yeah, she nods and close your eyes and hold your breath. You feel suddenly like you're falling, and it's a weird sensation. Now, my question is, do you open your?
I would try not to.
Okay, listen.
I don't know if the shock of suddenly falling would change.
Well, you
that.
can roll me keep your cool, and I'll give you a +1 because you were warned beforehand.
All right. Keep your cool.
Suddenly inhales the abyss, like, what the fuck? Well, listen.
Ah!
Listen. As you suddenly fall, you do try, like, it does kind of take you a bit by surprise. And while you keep your eyes closed, you suddenly, like, panic and exhale air. And when you try and take in, it's a weird sensation as your whole body, like starts, like, choking as you, without wanting to, you open your eyes and you suddenly find yourself in complete utter darkness as you, like, start panicking a bit as you suddenly fall. Wanda, I would have presumed you would have headed back to your own sanctum.
I presume as well. She started going
Yeah,
home.
as you wander through the cemetery, you suddenly hear someone, like, yelling as you look above you. There's a fucking person falling on top of you as you both collide into one another. As
Well, she was
Claire
trying to
just
catch him.
Claire just falls onto you. There's no time, not even to catch. Don't worry, you'll soften the landing. As you both will suffer one harm.
Oh gosh.
For the love of
Ow.
Claire?
Hi, Wanda. This is weird.
Are you okay? Where did you come from?
I really wish people would stop teleporting me without telling me first.
Okay. I would ask if you need some bandages, but I think I might need a couple things rearranged.
As
Okay,
unfortunately for you, Claire, you wish to
Shut
say
the fuck up.
something, but yeah, you see Wanda as her eyes light up, and you hear, like, almost a second voice coming from her mouth. She says, "Well, we can deal with the rearranging things if you want. You know, I tried to be nice to you, Wanda. I did, and I so enjoyed talking to Cammy, but I don't like when my name and my gifts suddenly show up in other people's hands. It's well, I will assume it wasn't done with malintent. Is that a safe assumption?"
Abaddon. No, it was not an assumption to do any intent or evil harm, any harm to you. It was meant to go save Johnny's daughter's soul.
Claire, because you are, in fact, this is not like full possession, but slight possession. You feel the rage and intensity, and, like, the whole, like, she was ready to fucking go off on Wanda, just completely get, like, swept underneath its feet.
I apologize. We should have probably warned you.
No,
It's our fault for not telling you. Giving you warning.
no, it's. I assumed it was something important, and you wouldn't just hand that over for nothing.
No. We also are very concerned about it because that was not the original plan. We were intending to say it was for some random ritual and try to, I don't know, scam a demon to give us the soul that we needed. But apparently some woman, Helvia, she called herself,
One of the
told
angels.
Johnny that... Oh. Well, didn't know that at the time, but she told him that apparently that to do so would make more bloodshed and death happen. So another option was to give her the book. We tried to figure out what exactly this could be, especially since it was such a large boon. But in comparison between saving his daughter's soul or giving up the book, well, the choice is obvious. And we did get the souls. Well, we got 3 souls, and one of them was his daughter.
3 souls? I thought this was a rescue mission.
It was. I was informed that there needed to be a bit more subterfuge to make it seem not so obvious. I don't really know how it works with demons, but
Ah.
Will seemed to be very sure. I don't really like it, but I understand I can't really... Too late now. Not happy
Yes.
about it. And, well, Johnny is now in a bit...
Well,
with
let me
more,
tell you that I was. Funny thing about that communication, it works both ways. So I was able to hear the deal going on in real time.
Oh.
Larago has, in fact, shaken hands. Moloch and I did not really see any subterfuge. I saw two old friends reconnecting, and in fact, she plans and she has already invested in his soul enterprise. So I'm wondering who exactly is being lied to here. I don't think it's the one providing the demons and the souls.
That son of a bitch. I
Don't worry.
I promise you.
Wanda, I am not upset with you. I, in fact, feel like you have been taken advantage of. I will
At
have
the
to go
very
talk
least-
to this Johnny.
Well, I would ask if you would be a bit kind with him in regards because he seems to be. Well, the angels also gave him another deal to allow his daughter's soul to pass on. He is grappling with the idea of letting her go again and trusting that it works out. Not a good place to be.
Only one angel I would trust with that. Right now, I believe he is in a fake court. I will talk with him.
Yeah, she nods.
I will take my leave. Take care, Wanda, and say hi to Ken.
Will do. And thank you for hearing us out.
Of course. And don't worry, Claire, I will make sure your eyes and mouth are closed this time. As one day you see like a black hole opening underneath Claire as if she gets immediately swallowed up.
Oh, I can't even say bye to Wanda.
Nope. Your eyes get shut and your mouth closes.
That was some very odd magic for sure.
Yeah. Well, Johnny, you're sort of, I guess at this point in your workshop, sort of contemplating your decision in front of you.
Yeah, don't think he has moved much.
Yeah, as you have something like here coming from outside, like at the front door, as presumably Claire, as you suddenly get shoved out in front of this mechanic shop.
Am I in control?
Yes, I mean you're always in control of your body, you just cannot talk or
She's
like
just
see.
speaking. Yeah. I'll knock and it's a mechanic shop, so I assume
Yeah.
I can just enter, right?
Well, I think it's closed at this late hour, but
Or is it
yes,
closed? Okay, I'll just knock on the door then.
hear the knocking, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny will go who it is again. Go see who it is again.
Well,
Open the door.
yeah, you see the woman in front. As Hilaire's eyes light up, Abaddon steps in, and you hear like almost like two voices speaking at the same time. Distorted. She says, "Johnny, I presume."
Yes. Who do I have the pleasure to?
My name
Talk
is
with?
Abaddon. Well, this is Claire, but she is allowing me to speak with you because may I come in? There's a rather sensitive subject we might discuss, and I don't think you want this talking. I don't think you want us talking about this in the street.
Yeah, no, like understanding falls on John's face as he goes, yeah, please do come in. I assume this is about the book.
No, actually, this is about me hearing you out. Like step inside. So I was told you're considering helping your daughter pass on.
considering is a big word.
Well, if I may make a recommendation. Out of all the angels, there's only one that I would trust with such a thing. So if you could hold on until he is freed up. Otherwise, I'm not exactly sure what happens to souls that get taken by the angels. Because I always did wonder, how does one keep heaven up, you know? Demon lords have to keep their little circles going, being powered by souls and also. But
Yeah, Johnny looks kind of sad. And John says that was exactly my worry too.
so I'm willing to send over this angel here to help you out with this. If you do me a small favor and ask a couple of questions about how that process even works. And of course, keep my name out of this. I don't want you mentioning me at all.
That seems fair. I already meant to ask more questions.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be quite upfront with you, John. This deal has screwed me over quite a lot. But I was told this was your daughter. Try to get out of that bitch's claws.
Yes, and well, I succeeded. I'm sorry you had to get caught in the process. It wasn't exactly the original plan, but
Don't worry. While I'm upset, I think it was worth it. Funnily enough. And
he looks a bit surprised.
if it would come down to it, I think I would probably agree to it anyways.
I. Oh, okay. Well, that does make me feel a bit less guilty. The first time I did give the book to, Victor's daughter, someone did come and wasn't very happy about it. I imagine it was one of your people. So this time
What?
well, a visit from you was expected. He's mentioning when he gave the book to Cammy, the John dude that came over and was like, "How did you get the book?" and stuff like that. This was way in the beginning,
I'm
Grant.
pretty sure he wasn't upset about you giving the book to.
He literally like threatened him until Johnny said,
Yeah, because you
that,
sold the book, not because you gave the book. That's a
okay.
very different. Yeah, it was like problem was you selling things that
see.
didn't belong to you.
I see.
She says, well, I believe that was a misunderstanding because, well, selling one's gifts sounds quite differently instead of tricking someone to accept it. But
Of course.
I apologize for the misunderstanding. I would have known, would have been less harsh on it. Also, that man is not known for his subtlety, patience, or understanding of social nuances.
No, he was quite polite.
I never said he wasn't. But let's just say he prefers nature other compared to people.
Well, I can't say I blame him.
I will do my best to help you with your daughter's soul. At least to make this whole trouble on my end worth it. Feel free to reach out if you ever need help with anything. I am now gonna go and I haven't exactly thought about the exact punishment. I'll figure something out. There's two more children I need to save.
Yeah, Johnny smiles like thinly. Yes, that wasn't quite part of the plan.
I don't think it was part of your plan, but I think it was part of his plan. You see, I was able to listen in on their talks. Two old friends reminiscing, and Villarago was quite clear with Moloch about him expanding into different business ventures. She even invested into his new soul trade, I guess.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So, I will have to tackle that when I have some time. But, there's one thing that I could fix about the world, Johnny. That, I think kids shouldn't suffer because of the capricious whims of any fucking supernatural.
Well, as long as I'm here, that's what I'm going to try to do. Though I'm still, might be obvious to you, but quite new to this. Up until a couple days ago, I thought my daughter was just resting in her grave, so...
Well, unfortunately, most souls do get snatched once the person dies.
Yes, I've been made quite aware of the fact.
Anyways, I must be off. And I believe,
Yes.
Claire, you're about to be yanked by some other scheme of yours, so I honestly don't want to meet whoever is doing this sort of magic. Talk to both of you later. As you can see, like, the eyes dim. As Claire, you feel in control of your vocal faculties.
Claire, I presume? Well, you're
Yes.
here
Hello.
already.
Nice to meet you, and I have a feeling it's going to be a very brief meeting. I have been teleported around all night against my will.
As she says
Yeah,
that,
are you
the
okay?
fucking there's the an energy vortex of light that surrounds her, and she's gone.
Grant said, you two are meeting tonight, whether you like it or not.
And on that note, we will also be ending the session.